Good afternoon, friends, followers, and channel members. Right, happy Tuesday. We normally do a Tuesday night operations with our live flights, but we've got England football playing Wales tonight, so I'm going to be otherwise engaged this evening, as I think many of you also might be. Well, if you're a supporter of football and of course a supporter of England, but I thought we'll do a nice afternoon flight. And do you know what? I haven't been to Athens for so long. I forgot just how good this scenery is. It's amazing. I could do a week of operations just based out of Athens and still never get bored. It looks so good. For some reason though, my GSX appears not to want to load today, so looks like we're going old school and using our pushback helper, but never mind. Welcome on board, everybody, and Dwal Flunker, you're a channel member. We've not even started yet. Dwal, thank you so much for very early channel membership. Really do appreciate that, Dwal. And remember, of course, if you're on our Discord server, make sure you get yourself in the pilot's briefing room. So our flight today takes us from Athens to Naples, one of my favourite scenic approaches into Naples. Although this time, due to the way the winds are prevailing in Naples, we're not going to be flying over Vesuvius. Instead, we'll be coming in over the sea, which is still a gorgeous approach, and one that perhaps has its own intricacies to discuss, but we'll talk about that en route. Anyway, guys, welcome. For those of you watching on YouTube, yeah, I've got the operational flight plan that's pinned into the chat at the top, and welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. Hey, meet off on Twitch. On YouTube then, we've got Mark, Barry, Eastburs, Gary, Jason, Dwyle, of course, Chris Shaw as well. Good afternoon to all of you. Hey, Dark Fury, and hey, Just Willy, craziest World Cup ever. Yeah, it is indeed. Julie Charlie Mike on Twitch, and Mitoffer as well. Hey, Christian, good to see you as well. Christian, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, on your left you will see the Nick Burrows Memorial Bridge on Taxiway Hotel, where he fell through it. I'm going to have to try and find that stream. It's if I had the time, I'd love to go through all the streams and make a complete video collection of all the funny moments and daft things that's ever happened. We could make a good hour-long video, I think, with those by the time we'd finish. Flight time today is around an hour and a half, so yeah, decent flight. Let's get on board and start getting things set up. Now, I don't think we've got any air traffic control. Why my screen's blank? Oh, bloody hell. All right, I know what's happened. Yeah. We've got our aircraft running on batteries. Ground services, can I please have my GPU? Pretty please. Yeah, battery volts, they're just okay. Let's switch you back on, shall we? My DS may need realigning. Never mind, it's fine. Elliot says, I'm glad that although he does a summary of the World Cup on a radio show, he's managed not to watch a single game of it. Wow. Do you not like football, Elliot? I mean, you're talking about it on your radio show by the sounds of things, so sounds like it's okay. Oh well, whilst our aircraft is being repowered up, let me just check. Have we got any air traffic control? No, we don't. Although we do in Italy, I think, at the moment. Well, let's go through our the operational flight plan. We'll see what fuel we're going to take. I've already been through this quick, and to be honest, the weather is gorgeous today. So we've got a payload of about 14.7 tons. Rome is the alternate cost index for 8. Flight level 240. Ignore that. It's actually going to be flight level 36 by the time I get up there. We've got a fuel of 6890, so about 6.9 tons. The mortar today is not an issue. And if we just come down the air, we've got gorgeous weather in Naples as well. Just go through the Sigmet charts just to see if there's anything else daft showing. But look, here you go. We've got Cav OK, QNH 1010. This is Naples, of course, and it's not really expected to change. So we have got gorgeous weather. Nothing is going to stop us today getting into Naples, hopefully. So even the Sigmet charts, see, we actually avoid all of the nasty stuff that's around today. So we couldn't have picked a better flight, I don't think, to do today. In that case, then, what fuel are we going to take? Well, we've got 6.9. We could just take 7 ton. we could just take 7 ton. I think that it's one of those. I'm struggling really to find reasons why I need to take a load more fuel. So I'm thinking 7 ton might be the way forward. Wingflex, thank you so much. Welcome to channel membership. Wingflex becoming a first officer. Don't forget to get yourself on our Discord server and into the members lounge. Wingflex, thank you so much for your support. Right, so as I'm not using GSX, as it just doesn't want to play ball today, then we'll get the loading done just via the tablet. I need to get APU on actually, so give that 3 seconds. There we go. APU's on. We can get boarding. We'll get the doors open. That'll give them enough fresh air to blast the COVID out of the cabin, won't it? Yeah. So I think we can make a start. And the only thing I want to do before actually going ahead and doing that is just checking out the current METAR, because there's no ATC here, so we're gonna have to get this ourselves. Right. Quickly update this. Interestingly enough, they're using runway 03 left for departure today in Athens. I don't think I've ever done that. When we've been in this runway configuration, it's always been arrival 03 left, departure 03 right. But hey, mixing it up today it seems. So look at that, we've got wind 030 at 16. That's quite nice, so that's a good headwind for departure. Great visibility, scatter clouds, 13 degrees, and QNH is standard. It is a perfect, absolutely perfect weather, that isn't it? For the departure, making things nice and easy. So we're going to be pushing back in around 33 minutes if we're on time. If we can beat that, even better. Right, get the ground surfaces in. That's fine. Mass and balance pages. We'll load the aircraft, and we're going to go with real time. So let's start the boarding.
Cabin crew, refueling is underway, and the bags are starting to get loaded. So
refueling truck is on its way.
Thank you.
Oh.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asks to do it.
The Faculty scripting engine has not started. Why is GSX talking to me? What on earth's going on there? Well, now guys, I'm incredibly confused. How strange is that? Okay. Let's set our aircraft up. So, standby 1013. And skids on. That's fine. Just check we got it's got our AOC flight in it, make sure that's all working. I'll turn this up. Yeah, 1 hour 28 minutes, that's all good. We've got Unicom on standby, weather radar's off, and we've got our switching panel is fine, thrust levers, engine masters, mode selector, spoilers, parking brakes, flaps, transponder squawking 2000, acupressures in the green, and let's come up to the FCU. 1013 is fine, throw the constraints on, and our initial climb is going to be altitude 6,000 feet. Good. All is well. Aircraft in its standby, in its turnaround state anyway, so as we can see, everything's fine there. We'll get the packs on as well in a moment, just to get some extra fresh air into our cabin. Right, IR alignment is in 3 minutes, so if we come to the data page, just confirm that. Yeah, they're still aligning. Actually, IRS-1 is still working, so 2 and 3 just need a bit of a reboot after we lost a bit of power. CFM engine's fine. The AirX cycle runs out tomorrow, it seems, so that's going to need updating tomorrow. Let's use our init A and get that sorted. I'm going to have to manually open the doors for self-loading cargo today, aren't I? Because, well, I don't think GSX is working. Right, there we go. Passengers are now boarding. Oh, I'm going to get these packs on now as well. The passengers are now coming in. So our flight number today, good call sign. I like this one. Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. And the cost index is 4. We're cruising flight level 360, but we'll just wait a sec to get all of our wins. What's the tropo? Let me just check that on the operational flight plan. It is 37,639. That's fine. Ground temperature is 14. Let's go and get the winds. And that's fine as well.
Is in position.
IRS, let's check these. Wind data uplinked, yes, thank you. So we're parked at stand Alpha 11. I need to just grab the coordinates for that and check that we're good. Where are you? God, this is a big page. Anyone see Alpha 11 on here? Ah, there you are. 3756 north, 3756 north, and 23567 east. 23567 east. Spot on. Happy with those. I just want to pin the departure chart to that. We'll use that later. Right, they're all okay, and we'll now put the cruise flight level in. Now we've got all of the winds. Flight plan. So, as I just mentioned, we're going to be departing on 03 left. And that's on the Core 1 Delta. Arriving into Naples, it's going to be the ILS, is it the Yankee or the Zulu? It's probably going to be the Zulu. I'll get the charts out. We can check this on route. But it's going to be Ectol 1 Delta. Now, I do need to get the charts up for this so I know if there is a VIA or not. Oh, that's an interesting route. A very interesting route. Do we have to fly all of that? See how late I'm running by the time we get there. So, Oliva. Just check. Is there a difference between that and it's the go around that's different? So yeah, Zulu looks fine. Oliva is our IF. Have we got one of those? Yep. Set that up. So we've got operational flight plan giving us 586 miles. I've got 587 miles down here. Wonderful. Hey, Dr. Magic. Watching in the office, tell no one. Have you got us nice and quiet? So that's done. Let's go to our RadNav page. Quick check of the charts for the RadNav page. What have we got here in Athens? So we're going to get the Athens VOR in there, which is, well, there's two actually. Well, the one that would make more sense to have is, we're not doing this departure, we're doing this departure. So the one that would make more sense to us is for situational awareness. We're going to put in Sierra Alpha Tango. And we also want to put in the NDB that we are flying towards, and I think that NDB also makes up part of our oh no, Sarah, I was going to say the NDB makes up part of our engine out procedure, but it doesn't. It's Sierra Alpha Tango, the VOR, that does that, so even more reason to pop this one. But yeah, we're going to pop in Kilo Oscar Romeo as well. Get that in there. Right, RadNav page is done. Let's have a look at the zero fuel weight, etc. Have we got our preliminary load sheet? Yay, we do. So the zero fuel weight for today's flight is 58.8, and our zero fuel weight of CFG is 31.6. Alternate today is Rome, and our alternate fuel is call at 1.8. As to the fuel planning, there's a chance, we're only taking 7 tons, there's a chance it might say something like 7.1, 7.2. Doesn't really matter too much because we're not going to be too worried. We know we can get in. We've got a lot of fuel for our alternate, which we really shouldn't. We really shouldn't need. Anyway, it's said that it wants 6.8 and we're taking 7, so we're covered either way. That gives us a takeoff weight of 65.6, and our CFG is 29.9. Done. And Dr. Magic has gifted 1 Easyjet SimPilot channel membership. Dr. Magic, thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Dr. Magic. For your continued support. And Elliot Woodford has has received. So Dr. Magic says he just lost all his points, so there's the membership. Oh, Elliot, well, welcome to the channel, Elliot. Dr. Magic, thank you so much for your support. Right, so let's come and do our let's come and do the departure performance. Now, I'm hoping we can do an in-section departure because it's a bloody long runway here. I don't want to go all the way to the full length. 03 left, going to go flaps 1. Don't need to force toga, that'll be off, Takeoff weight is, what did I say, 65.6, and the CFG is 29.9. Just sync the live weather. I need to turn my phone off because that's going to get really annoying, isn't it? How the heck do I do that? I can just turn the whole phone off. Don't want to do that. There we go. Silent. Right, let's have a look at the chart, see what we can do in section wise. So where's stand Alpha 11? Oh, I'm going to push back. It's going to be what? We could take Echo, India. I'm going to take the shortest route going with no ATC. So Echo, India, Hotel, and then Alpha 6 looks good. We'll get on here. Yeah, is that an option for us? Oh, right. 4, 5 and 2. So we're going to have to go a little bit further back, aren't we? Alpha 5. Yep, I'm going to do Alpha 5. There we are. Now, one thing just to double check. Alpha 5 takeoff distance is 23 left, 2,500 meters. That was what was listed, so we know that's good and accurate. We can use it. V1 is 140, 140, 143. Flaps 1, and what's the flex? 65. Malik as well says, hello, nice to watch you live whilst working in the USA. That's the thing, if you can get daytime streaming, what better way to pass the time at work? So many people work from home now that you can get away with doing this. Right, let's get SimSmart up and check out thrust reduction acceleration value. So it's noise abatement 1, as we can see here, as opposed to noise abatement 2. That's nice, something a little bit different. So thrust reduction acceleration values here are 1758. That's also 1,500 feet, isn't it? What was it? 1758, 3258. What's the engine out? Engine out is 1258. Oh, that's pretty close to what it was. Nice. So let's just confirm these speeds. We've got 140, 140, 143, and clean is 217. We do have a speed constraint that I've seen on the departure today, and that is a speed of 240. We might as well just fly clean speed, aren't we? It'll get us up higher quicker as well, won't it? So 217, yeah, we'll pre-select that. No point burning extra fuel, particularly as we're taking block fuel, more or less. 217, that's fine, all done. Right, secondary flight plan. Let's check out what we're going to do if an engine goes boom after V1. So copy the active. Bit of terrain around here. So we got standard? No. So it's non-standard. 12 miles from Sierra Alpha Tango. Turn right to the Kilo Echo Alpha VOR and enter the hold. So quick check on that. So yeah, so straight out, our first waypoint is 11 miles from Sierra Alpha Tango. What did that say? 12 miles from Sierra Alpha Tango. So Sierra Alpha Tango, 12 miles. Continue on the track, which is 031. I might just put something daft in there. Sierra Alpha Tango. I've done it the wrong way around. Bearing is 031. 331 at a distance of 12 miles. To confirm 1096, yeah, that's the closest. And then from there we are turning, did it say turning right to Kilo Echo Alpha? We'll enter our hold. Hold information is 335 right turns. That's fine. And if we have, of course, lost an engine, we'll be coming back here to Athens. So fill that out. And that will be 03 right for landing that they're using today. So just ILS Zulu 03 right. No start. And Kilo Echo Alpha is one of the VIA options, so select that. Nice. Check out what that looks like on the map. Excellent. So right hand turn, enter the hold. You can see the little hold marker just there. It's just not been drawn on the navigation display. Enter the hold, and then look at that, beautifully all pre-programmed for an arrival ILS back in 03 right here in Athens. Oh, lovely. So that's all set and done. I think we're pretty much ready to start doing a bit of a brief, aren't we? Honestly, the scenery here at Athens is just gorgeous. We've got people milling around outside, we've got people milling around inside, attention to detail all the way down the stands. It's amazing, isn't it? Really good. So as always, we'll start with the weather. We just get the latest weather for Athens, and then we'll brief it. But it's pretty nice here, to be honest. Alright, so what have we got? We've got winds. It's currently 03015, so we've got a nice headwind for our departure. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. We've got a few clouds at 2,000 feet, scatter clouds 4,000 feet, temperature's 13, and QNH is 1013. Aircraft type is A320. It's the Fenix A320, fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. Performance for the aircraft is slightly better than normal, so we should have no issues with fuel or anything daft like that. No NOTAMs for our departure today. Threats to be aware of. It's uncontrolled airspace today. We've got no VATSIM ATC, so I have to make those calls on Unicom. We can see as we depart straight out, we've obviously got some terrain to the north and the west of us, and that is the terrain that we're actually going to be flying over. So if we had anything go wrong or we're not happy, I don't know, I'm just, for any eventualities here, if something does go wrong, let's not continue out on the departure. We'll just we'll make a turn out to the south, basically follow the engine out SID that we've got programmed, and that will keep us nice and safe. So yeah, other than that, MSA 7,000 as we depart, and then drops to 4,500, and then 5,000 just as we get out over the departure to the west. Pretty familiar with this airport, so we shouldn't get lost. We can't get lost. The taxiways are just clearly marked. It's beautifully depicted here in the sim. Is it Fly Tampa this that did Athens? I forget. There's that many, but yeah, nice. Let's chat then about how we're going to do the startup pushback. So we're stand Alpha 11. We're going to push back facing west on Echo, and then we'll take Echo India. It'll be hotel, and then we'll take Alpha, and that will lead us then to Alpha 5. Decent length taxi. We could probably do a single engine taxi for some of this, to be honest with you. So we'll intersection departure. We will do single engine taxi. See if we can remember how to do one of those. It's been a while. And then the actual departure itself is nice straight out to Pointer, noise abatement 1, initial climb is 6,000 feet, first turn will be to the left, transition altitude is 9,000 feet, because we've got 6,000, 6,000, so that's all set. Emergency brief and standard Airbus emergency brief, but if we have a problem after V1 we'll continue using standard technique, get the aircraft in the air. If we lose the engine we'll rotate and hold 12.5 degrees pitch, then follow SRS. Once we've got that engine tidied up and sorted, once we get to 12 miles from Sierra Alpha Tango, we'll make that right hand turn and enter the hold at the VOR. Did do that slightly wrong. The main thing is that we follow the non-standard engine out procedure rather than, as it's non-standard, we make sure we get that done. Don't worry about faffing around trying to secure the engine and things like that. Obviously we've got plenty of time to be able to do that, it's 12 miles out, but the main thing is we don't want to leave it in following the STID because, well, as we've just seen, there's terrain. Don't want to crash into that. Wonderful. Once we've done that, we'll get ourselves out into the hold, somewhere safe above MSA, which for me, 4,000 feet would be good, and then we'll most likely be coming back into land here at Athens. 2 good runways, lots of emergency services, no better place in Greece to go. Let's have a look and see how we're getting on with our boarding then, shall we? Nearly there. Nearly there. Fuel's all been boarded, loaded and done, so refueling's completed, so let's get the fuel pumps on. External power can be disconnected, seatbelt signs can come on as well, now that's all done. And we'll just check we've got fuel's nicely balanced, and if I just drop back to the init A page, sorry, the data page, IRS, we've now got 3 navs. We do. So everything's working wonderfully. Right, well, whilst we're still waiting for the last few stragglers, let's do our cockpit prep checklist. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity 6,960. Of course, that's burning with the APU off the left tank. It's all nicely balanced at the moment. Anyway, seatbelt signs are on. Ideas, we've got that 3 navs, and the barrel ref is 1013, just about 300 feet. Right, so chat amongst yourself, guys. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get Navigraph loaded up on the tablet, then we've got that here as well. Hey, John McGuire, saying the Phoenix performance calculation has some errors. SimSmart is good it gets for the Neo, also not exactly like that. That's right, John, but I use SimSmart, not, yeah, ignore all this. This is, as you quite rightly say, this is for the Neo, but what I do want is thrust reduction acceleration values and the engine out procedure, because it doesn't matter if it's a Neo or a standard A320, 319, 321, they are still valid. Let's get the route in, and I'll grab the ground charts so we can see where we are, where we're going. Yes, I'm not quite sure what's happening with GSX. Meetoff, we've got an issue with the bot in the chat. I can see you guys, I can't see the bot. Hey Brian, good to see you. Eastbirds is here as well. Is Eastbirds gangling? Is he gambling away? Nathaniel, we've also got exactly the same here, mate. Exactly the same here. All the noise abatement procedures and thrust reduction acceleration values, all that stuff. But we also have the engine out procedures as well, which is really, really nice to have. Right, we're sat waiting now, aren't we? Hey, Hoochmania, good to see you. I am, of course, just because we got more. There's a lot more people chatting on YouTube, but of course, still here with you guys on Twitch as well. Ginger says Eastbird is now called Jinxbird. A Jinxbird? Every time he watches a stream, Jayhog can't land. Poor Jayhog. Right, come on, we got what? 4, 5, 6, well, 3 people to go, then we can start getting ready to go. Honestly, I'm not sure what's happening with GSX. It just doesn't want to work today. Never mind. Final check that we don't have an ATC. That is still indeed the case. Once boarding is complete, we'll get a final load sheet, check that against what we've entered, make sure we're good, and then we'll get going. Yay, boarding is completed. Right, let's get those doors closed. Get rid of the GPU and chocks and cones as well, can't we, as well? Now we've tidied up the cockpit. That's turned off. Let's lock the flight deck door as well, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Shannon Tree says the guy in the jetway is just looking at us. Yeah, he is. Does he move or does he fit? Oh no, he moves. Oh god, he's real. Right, I think we're about ready to go. Ground crew, I've already called them into place because the nose wheel steering is disconnected. We've got the airport to ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the first officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight. Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
Right, ground crew is in position. Let's come over onto Unicom. Aaron Flood, thank you so much for your channel membership, Aaron, and he is training captain, straight in there, Aaron, with the training captain channel membership. Aaron, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your support, mate. If you are on Discord, absolutely make sure you get yourself into the VIP lounge, Aaron, and I hope to be able to chat with you in there as well. Thank you once again, really do appreciate that, Aaron, and have a great flight with us today too. So, no ATC. It's just us, 122.8. Athens traffic, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, pushing back from stand Alpha 11 to face west on Echo. So get our beacon light on before we get things up and running. And transponder's on, acupressure's good. Start the timer. Final load sheet looks like it's come through, so we'll check that whilst we're going. Just remembered, I've actually got to do the pushback, because GSX isn't working. How annoying. Right, so parking brake is on. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. EFB is on silent. My phone's turned off. The doors are closed and armed, and the beacon light is on. Right, let's go. Release the parking brake. And back we go. Engine mode selected to ignition. Starting engine 1. Yeah, knowing that I'm actually going to have to do the push today, so it's quite a long push. We've probably just got enough time to confirm our final load sheet. There it is. Let's see what we've got. So we've got a takeoff weight of 655, yep, that's fine. And what's the CFG? 28.9, that's fine as well. Accept those, we don't need to run any of the performance calculations. That's excellent. This is going to be a great time of day to fly, isn't it? The sun's going to be setting, it's just going to be getting a little bit darker and darker. Hey David the pilot, I think you can check the Discord information on Twitch if you check the about settings.
We now ask for your attention
the about
we take
page.
you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask
Starting
towards
engine
you
2.
to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube.
Pushback's complete, set
There's a
parking
light
brake.
and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Tell you what, GSX pushback couldn't have done any better there, could it? It's been a long time since I've done a manual pushback. Not bad at all. Hey Dave Pilot, good afternoon. Just checked it's not there. Can you jump over to YouTube? Yes, you can, David. I need to amend that, obviously. So yeah, thanks for letting me know there, mate. But yes, it is absolutely on YouTube. Right, engine number 2 looks good. So let's disconnect the tug. Got confirmation of our good engine start. Let them know. Give them a wave. So, engine mode select and come back to normal. We'll come up here. APU bleed can come off. Anti-ice is not required. APU can come off. And we want to arm our spoilers. Rudder 0, flaps 1, and set our trim. I've got a sneaky suspicion I may have just pressed the G button on my keyboard instead of F to reset the view, which means there's a chance that when we take off, my landing gear might shoot straight up. I'm not sure if that's been disconnected from it or or not. Alright, let's do our after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 28.9% and the rudder is neutral. I was going to do a single engine taxi, wasn't I? But I thought, no, let's get going and not have to worry too much about that. So we'll announce our intentions now on Unicom. Athens traffic, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, taxiing to holding point Alpha 5 for runway 03 left via Echo India Hotel and Alpha. Quick brake check. They're all good and fine. So, flight controls check, full left, full right, and neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder full right, rudder full left, and neutral. Not got the taxi light on. So we'll take a right here, which is on to India, I think. Hey Aaron, you're already a member on the Discord. Fantastic. Yeah, have drop me a message anytime, my friend. Clouds look like they're coming in, don't they? I mean, doesn't that just look insanely realistic? How good does that look? I think it looks fantastic. I really do. When you visit an airport scenery that you've not been to for a long time and you realise, oh, this is just absolutely amazing. Even the textures on the ground look fantastic as well, don't they? Flight Tampa's done an amazing job with this. Right, well, let's do our taxi checklist. So flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMA is climb. Nav blue 1FD2 6000 blue. Flex is 65. Radar on predictive wind shear is on. Ecam memo takeoff no blue. And the EFB. So I just need to disconnect those.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff.
Aviation Alpha says he's downloaded the free weather Stansted and wow, it's good. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Right, nice and straight here. Let's get rid of that. And the FOs. My FO can't read anyway. Now, if you look very carefully down there, you might see the remains of Nick's aircraft as it was wrecked. Just checking, we've not got any aircraft coming over over the bridge. That's fine. I love the reflections as well, not just on the taxiway itself, but the lines, how the taxi lines, the yellow paint reflects more. Simple stuff, but amazing. Hey Dan Scullen, didn't see you in the chat, mate. Hope you're well. Oh, why do we not fly from this airport more often? It's just beautiful in every sense of the word. It's stunning, isn't it? This is probably one of those airports that it's probably better to depart from than land from, just because you get to sit there and spend more time on the ground so you can see all of the details. So we're going to take our second left onto Alpha. Aaron, are we using live weather? Yes, of course, mate. We always use live weather. Most of the time we use live time as well. Occasionally I'll change it just for the hell of it. But most of the time, everything is as live as we can get it. I think there's some webcams knocking around Athens Airport. You could go and check those out and see if it looks anything like what we've got here in the sim. Mark, who makes the Athens seat? I think it's Fly Tampa, but if anyone in the chat can correct me or confirm that is correct, then please do. Oh, Christian's just said it is Fly Tampa, so yeah. Right, what are we doing? Alpha 5, aren't we? So we've got Alpha 6 is our first right, I believe, and then we want the next one. Dylan Simmons says he's still on X-Plane 11, but this looks next level. Yeah, I can't argue with that, Dylan. That's absolutely spot on, it is. Yeah. Chris, if you get a shortcut and burn less fuel and are above the maximum landing weight on arrival, would you hold it? I can't ever imagine where that would be the case, where you'd be above your maximum landing weight when you arrive. The most time you'll ever be above maximum landing weight when you're coming into land is either if you have just had an engine issue or some other issue which has caused you to return to your departure airport, or if you're on a nice long flight with loads of fuel and you get some sort of, I don't know, maybe a passenger emergency and you have to divert and land quickly, that kind of thing. By the time you get to your arrival airport, you should never be above your maximum landing weight. I mean, that would be some sort of rerouting, wouldn't it? The original route must have been absolutely shocking in order to be above max landing weight when you get there. Right, so we're now going to take... yeah, this is our departure. Wondering about the no entry signs. I'm not sure they're there in real life. So... oh, do you know what? I should have gone down there. I should have gone down there, but we'll go down this one instead. Crew is all seated and happy, and we can easily make this turn, so we're less than 10 knots. Go for it. Oh, we've got the British Airways behind us. That's not Nick, is it? Right, got no incoming traffic from what I can see, so we'll get straight on the runway. Athens traffic Alpine 85 Yankee Papa is lining up runway 03 left for departure at intersection Alpha 5. Don't need to follow the yellow line, remember, that's for vacating aircraft, so we can give ourselves a few extra meters of runway to play with. Have we lined up in the right place? This looks like quite a short takeoff. Do you know what? I didn't see any signs either on the taxiway, I just counted them. I'm going to just double check that we are in the right place. Alpha 5, yeah, that's what we've planned. Good.
Athens traffic Speedbird 223 will line up runway 05 left behind the departing Easyjet via Alpha 4.
Okay, line up checklist. So our cabin is secure. Takeoff runway is 03 left. Confirmed. TCAS TRA PAX 12 are off. Let's go. Takeoff. Start the chrono. Set 50% M1. And forgot my password on Twitch. Yeah, 140-degree turn. That's nothing. We can make 180s in less than that. And engines are stable. Set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS, and runway. Should have almost a perfect headwind coming down, so shouldn't need too much input from the rudder to hold that centre line. Checked. Yeah, very, very little rudder input being needed here. V1, rotate. Lovely. Nav. Just a reminder that it's a noise abatement 1 departure, so we're going to have SRS commands to follow. Bit of hand flying. Don't mind hand flying when it's an easy departure. I'm too lazy for the complicated stuff. Okay, set climb thrust, keep the pitch up. Thrust climb, SRS. Pack 1 is on. Mach 2. It's a bit dark on the overhead, isn't it? Okay, I want to look out the window, so autopilot 1 is engaged. There we go, thrust climb, climb. Some ripples in the ocean down there, which because it was quite windy, wasn't it? It was about 15 knots, something like that. That looks nice. Okay, so we've got no ATC. Let's clean ourselves up to a high flight level. Let's go flight level 200 to begin with. So we'll go open climb, full standard pressure, 200 blue.
Athens traffic, speedbird 223 is now rolling 03 left.
See if we can avoid the clouds. Slowly start to enter the icing range for the temperature. That's S speed, so flaps 0, spoilers disarmed. Frame rates seem to be very good as well today. Alex on Twitch, thank you for the follow. AF710 as well on Twitch, good afternoon, and Zorodiki Gaming. So we're now passing through that layer where the clouds are, so you can just see we're getting a little bit of turbulence, which if you've ever flown on an aircraft, you'll know that usually when you meet the convection zone, I forget the official name for it, when the moisture begins to condense, it's the change in temperature that you get that little bit of turbulence flying through them. Right, ding the cabin crew. Turbulence isn't too severe to keep them in their seats, they know what they're doing. Get above this, make that turn, get the seatbelt signs off, and then we're on our way to Naples. Chasing that sun all the way west.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
I think that's the British Airways that just took off behind us. You can just see him on departure. It's definitely one of the best times of day in the sim to fly, isn't it? It looks beautiful. Dan, would you be escorted out of the chat if you suggested a 737-800? I don't even have the 737-800. Right, past 10,000 feet, so say bye-bye to our lights. Don't need those. Airports onto the EFIS. Check the prog page. Firewall 360. That's going to be available to us, so let's go and command that. We've done that turn, so we'll go for managed speed now. Through that speed constraint 360 blue into managed speed and onto the performance page, cost index 0 for the climb, and we can copy our active flight plan. Done. Dan, I had the 737. Is it the 600, the first one they released, I think? Christian's still waiting for the CRJ recovery flight. You've been waiting a long time, Christian. I haven't even got that on the new PC. Does seem bumpy, doesn't it? I think that's FS Realistic doing its thing. Someone will have found my CRJ and dug it up and sold it on for scrap. Can't say as I blame them. Right, does anybody need the toilet? I'm just mindful of the turbulence we're still getting before I remove those seatbelt signs. I think we should also have a ban on Eastbirds being able to gamble while ever the seatbelt signs are on. Pana says he loves Athens, it's his home airport, glad it was the departure today. Yeah, and my apologies, someone else earlier said, hello, glad to see you flying from Athens airport. Sadly, I can't read Greek, so I had no idea how to pronounce your name, so my apologies for that. Julie Charlie Mike says he tried the CRJ for the first time this week. It wasn't easy to figure out some things. No, that's why mine's buried in a garden somewhere. Actually, in my defence, that stream where we crashed, there was an update prior to me doing the stream that I didn't know about, and it changed the thrust levers. I think it was the thrust levers. It changed something anyway, and basically we took off. Something happened then, which I hadn't done the update, so the bug wasn't addressed, and we just lost power, and I glided into someone's back garden. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it anyway. Eastbirds also says Athens is one of his go-to destinations in the sim. He loves it. He purchased Kos, but you've never been there. Eastbirds, we're going to have to fly to Kos, aren't we? Just to show you what you're missing. Right, that turbulence seems to be getting a little bit less now, so I'm happy to turn those off. DT on Twitch, hello.
Gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has now been turned off. You are now free to move around the cabin and the toilets are now available. However, when in your seat, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
If you've enjoyed the stream so far for the last hour or so, whilst we've been setting up on the ground, we're now finally on our way to Naples, then please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help other people to find the channel. And we're on the push now, aren't we, for 30,000 subscribers. We passed 29,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. We're now on the push for 30. And what an amazing day that will be. I said on Twitch, thank you for the follow. DT49 on Twitch says your clouds look great. What is your secret? Honestly, DT, I haven't got one. This is all default. There isn't even a cloud mod available. This is default weather. I think the secret to the clouds looking good. Yes, the volumetric clouds in my settings are set to ultra, but I think one of the other things is just the time of day. The sun's low in the sky, so it's scattering off the tops of the clouds. The clouds anyway in live weather are quite dense, so there's a lot of moisture in them, and I think that's the only thing. It's the time of day. Udeli says his GSX Pro update is not updated to 37 out of 37. Please help. Oh, I'm afraid I'm the last person to ask regarding that. With regards to updating GSX, I mean, I've never found GSX's user interface and things the easiest in the world. Anyway, that quality engine or whatever it's called used to be the bane of my life when I was in FSX. Are they ships or boats or something spawning in down there, or is it just some land masses? Get terrain radar off, don't. In fact, no. Actually, I'm going to leave that on just for not just SA, but gives you a good idea of what's coming up. Miguel, what rudder pedals do I use? I use the Thrustmaster TPR pedals, the pendular pedals. So they're really nice. They're not cheap, let's be honest, but they're incredibly nice, and probably the most realistic you can get compared to to real ones. Anna, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. That just looks idyllic, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you want to go on holiday? I found that with Microsoft Flight Simulator when it first came out. Just going around exploring places just makes me want to go and do it in real life. I'll be flying somewhere at 35,000 feet and I'll look down and just see this random little village somewhere. I don't know, in a little Spanish village or something. It's just, or a little village in the Alps, something like that. You think, oh, I just want to go there. It looks amazing. What kind of life must they lead? Eastbird says he did a poll on his Instagram the other day, and Athens ended up the same score as Split for locations. Next one will be Split to Athens. Fair enough. I do it the other way. I do Athens to Split because the arrival at Split can be good fun. Can't it? Where's Dark Fury? Never going to let him live that down. DT, yeah, so time of the day does help indeed. That must be a lucky guy today, yeah, that's right. Cruise level with these clouds are nice, and I always find that live weather makes the clouds look far better than any weather preset. And Mark Oxley, will self-loading cargo ever update? Oh, who knows? That's kind of like asking, will we ever discover if we're alone in the universe? Oh, Dan, Paint Genix. I'm never going to be able to call him that. Christopher Shaw says, right, he's back. Work's been interrupting his viewing. Rubbish. Right, 10,000 feet will be at our cruising altitude. I cannot wait for a Greek world update. Can you imagine what that would look like? It doesn't look bad anyway, does it? But a Greek world update? That's going to be next level. See, I tell you what I forgot to do. Once again, I didn't do the the acceleration flow. Now, the acceleration flow is just something you kind of do automatically anyway. But yeah, so once passing S speed, it's you just do the flaps, check the spoilers disarmed, that's fine. The one that gets me is then you need to check the gears retracted. Yes, it is, and then you set the lights according to whatever you want. Well, you do all of those anyway, but as a physical flow, it's not one that I think of too much. Is that a contrail down there? Yeah. Not got anything on TCAS, mind. Does it appear if we set TCAS to below? Oh yeah, it does, yeah. Oh, that's nice. I didn't actually know that was modelled. So that's quite neat. I knew TCAS worked, but I didn't realise the above and below was modelled correctly, so that's nice. Aaron says, what do I think of the honeycomb yoke and I don't have it, Aaron, so I'm afraid I can't comment on that. George says, hi, he has a sore throat and We're His Entertainment puts on a great show. George, thank you for that, mate. Well, you've got us for another, about an hour and, I would say an hour and 20 minutes by the time we've pulled in, so get yourself a nice hot honey and lemon. Hope the throat starts to feel better. Malcolm says, really enjoying the stream as always. Got an interesting question. Only thrust lever's not working at the moment on his Thrustmaster TCA officer's pack. Flaps are mapped properly, but they just won't move. Which aircraft are you trying to fly, Malcolm? Because I do have tutorials on the channel for setting those up properly with the Fenix and the fly-by-wire. And I do have a TCA Thrustmaster lever etc. pack for a full tutorial on the setup of making that work. So hopefully that might be worth checking out. Jeff, can I comment on the Fenix versus the fly-by-wire as far as performance? In other words, any hard stutters, etc. Things like that. The fly-by-wire is definitely better for performance, but if you're on a decent rig, which, you know, I'd say mine's a high-end rig, but we've got a GTX 3060 in there, 32 gig of RAM, and Christian, what was it? Is it a Ryzen 7? I can't recall the processor. So yeah, it's not ridiculously high spec, but it's good enough, and an SSD as well. You're probably not going to notice too much difference. However, when I had the GTX 1660 and a Ryzen 5 3600, the difference between the Fenix and the fly-by-wire was quite obvious. The fly-by-wire was far smoother than the Fenix. Christian, thank you. It's a Ryzen 7 3700X. And my Greek friend, I'm going to call you my Greek friend because I just can't read the username, I'm afraid. But he says, yeah, Greek update would be perfect. Greece has so many amazing landmarks all over it. Oh yeah, the world map would just be it'd look insane, wouldn't it, with points of interest? That'd be amazing. Jayhawk says, go pick my aunt up from town because he can't be bothered. Shall I arrive in the helicopter in Sim? Tyler says he's probably watched 10 hours of my tutorials alone. Thanks for the help. Tyler, that's great. I hope I really hope you've enjoyed them. Oh, I didn't see really a message. You've been addicted to the channel for the past 3 weeks. Now it's to finally catch a live stream. Tyler, that is amazing. Thanks so much. Glad you've enjoyed them, and glad you're here on a live stream as well. I love it when people get in touch for the first time on chat. It's just a great community to build and build. So that's amazing. Panos, Gav, just wanted to let you know that my Greek friend is Antonis. Antonis, well, in that case, thank you so much, Antonis, yeah, for being here today, and to Panos for the translation as well. Christian says you should do more Mediterranean sea flights, west, eastbound, Spain, Greece, something like that. It's a good idea, Christian. This time of day as well, as we've discussed, looks amazing. Look at the contrails streaking through the sky. I mean, FSLTL traffic working wonders there, isn't it? Adding to that immersion. A couple of thousand feet to go then. Jayhawk said she wasn't happy when I said it was installing the sim. Can't she get the bus? You're installing the sim again? Honestly, mate. You've installed that sim more times than I've sat down to tea with my family in the last 2 or 3 months. What do you keep doing to your PC? Malcolm says the Phoenix and the fly-by-wire flaps move, but the spoilers and every other lever and button works. It's not mapped anywhere else, and you haven't altered any settings. Make sure, Malcolm, that when you're moving things, that you are that they're moving within the settings page, so you can see the axes moving in the control configurations page in Microsoft Flight Sim before trying to get them working in the aircraft. Try and do that. Right, well, we've got nearly 1,000 feet to go. Matt Warren says you should do different approach series from different airports around the world. Well, Matt, we do a lot of those on live streams rather than, you know, specific videos. We've got, I mean, if I list sort of like the top 5, we've got Skiathos, Tivat, Gibraltar, Funchal. We've not done Funchal for a while, actually. In fact, I don't think I've ever done Funchal in the Phoenix. And how long's the Phoenix been out now? Did it come out in May time? I don't think I've ever done Funchal in the Phoenix. Well, I think we know what we need to try and find time to do, doesn't it? Dionys says we have to try Samos as well. Challenging approach. Yeah, there's obviously quite a few. What we deem as captain's only landings, CATSI airfields. Innsbruck as well. I've done Innsbruck quite a few times. Jayhawk says you've done the update and it wrecked the Sim Xbox app and Windows Store, so I had to do a restore and reinstall. This is why I don't like updates. Mac Alt Star. And we're at cruise, Alt Cruise. So we'll go to TCAS is now set to below. Back to our performance page, cost index of 4. Looks like we're getting there around 4 o'clock. I could do with getting there a bit sooner, to be honest, but our flight route doesn't look that ridiculous, really. Yeah, not too much I can do to chop time off that, other than not flying the full procedure of the approach, which we might not do. We might do a little bit of manual vectoring there. Well, let's do some top of climb checks.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know that we've reached our cruising altitude for today and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight. A reminder that an Easyjet Sim pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Right, so nothing's broke, there's no fuel leaks or anything like that. Let's look at some en route weather, shall we? Did we depart on time, or are EasyJet ops going to be shouting at me? Can't actually recall. I think we did. Oh, where should we have a look at? Let's check out Corfu, Lima Golf Kilo Romeo. Then we'll have a look at Brindisi, which is one of our alternates anyway. And we'll actually see what's happening in Naples as well. They've probably come through already. A few cockpit privations there, so I was just wondering what was going on. I think that's that FS realistic again. So yeah, Corfu's wide open, Brindisi's wide open, and finally what we got: Naples Curly 0306, Cabo K13, QNH 1010 1010. No real cause for concern, is there? We'll do a fuel check then in 40 miles. Is that Canter? Garter? Yeah. Nice. So then we've just got beautiful weather to sit, view, and enjoy, really.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So Tyler says, love how it shows the flight plan on the EFB, which the fly-by-wire had that. It used to have it, Tyler, but they got rid of it. I can't remember the reasons why, but it did used to have it. George says, when I had the 1660 and the Ryzen 5, what graphic settings did I use? George, still on the channel, there will be a video on there, which is, if you type in, what would you have to type in? Let's see. If you went to the search page, typed in Easyjet SimPilot, mid-range PC or mid-spec PC, something like that, you will get my graphic settings, what I used to use then, and it, you know, it looked blooming good, to be honest. So yeah, you can go and check that out. Matt Warren says, on the fence about purchasing FS Realistic, mainly for the new first-person mode. Do you use any of the other features of it on the Phoenix? Yeah, so you can see the kind of bouncing around that you're getting now, that's part of FS Realistic. The touchdown camera shake, you got that as well. Don't so much use the sounds, because same with the fly-by-wire. They've got good enough sounds anyway, you don't really need to, so you can just turn those off. And yeah, that works pretty well, I think. Hey Richard Harrison, good to see you. Does anyone know what time the sun sets in Naples today? Are we going to be landing at night, or is it going to be a sunset landing? We're going to be landing the wrong way. We're not going to be landing into the sunset, which would have looked beautiful. The sun's going to be behind us when we land. Ace Airstream, good afternoon, Ace. How How are you doing? Yeah, we've got room for one more passenger joining us mid-flight. Just if you can sit towards the back for us, that'll bring the CNG even better in line with what I planned. George, you're also struggling to get the fuel correct in any aircraft. You have to top up your fuel mid-flight. Bit of RAF refueling, is it en route? Well, I'm going to go and check ours in a moment. Christian says sunset is 16:36 Central Eastern Time. Central Eastern Time? I don't want that. Or Central European Time, sorry, Central Eastern. Give me that in Zulu time. Are they an hour ahead or 2 hours ahead? Richard says, loving the flight. You're in the Phoenix going from Tenerife to Leeds. Not looking forward to the arrival. Oh God, it's foggy as hell out here. So if it's foggy here, then you might as well just give up on Leeds and go somewhere else. Leeds isn't an airport that we've ever done, I think, in the sim. Just again because it's not an EasyJet destination. They do fly some EasyJet routes in the summer, I think. So I don't know what, I couldn't tell you what the runway categories are. Whether it's got Cat 3B, because I reckon you're going to need, it's going to be an auto land all day long. Oh, we can find out, can't we? Something to do. So let's see, if you're off to Leeds, is it NM? Yeah. I don't know which way the wind's blowing. There's probably not much wind either if it's... Right, well, you're not landing on runway 14. That's the definite no-no. Right, okay, it's got Cat 3. It's got Cat 3 Alpha. Runway visual range minimums are 200 metres. So, what is the weather in Leeds? Let's find out. Oh, this is quite neat. Doing this on in the cruise whilst we're flying away, helping other guys land, planning their arrival for them. Oh, wrong button. So what have you got? Runway 32. Yeah, you're not getting into Leeds. You're not getting in there, mate. You've got no chance. So what's the wind doing? Yeah, so the wind's non-consequential. The wind is not a problem. So your only option, because yeah, you can't get in there. That's just a normal ILS approach. Your minimums are well below 550. No chance. Runway 32. You need runway visual range of 200 metres or above. You've currently got 100. You're not getting into Leeds. What's Manchester's weather? See if we can get... see if we can do that for you. Who's pinging me? Have we got some ATC online? Oh, we do! Ah, we'll better give them a call. Manchester. Oh, you got no problem getting into Manchester. Manchester, off you go. 129675. This is why they shouldn't have closed Doncaster Airport. They could have got all the Leeds diversions. 12967. Fantastic. Athena Radar, good afternoon. Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, flight level 360 inbound Parna.
Hello, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, radar identified. Are you able to climb 380?
Affirmative, yeah, we can take flight level 380.
Roger, climb 380, expediting, there's traffic very close to you, about 7-8 miles ahead.
Roger, climbing now, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Flight level 380. Touch climb open climb 380 blue.
Athens radar, good evening. Speedbird 223 is with you, flight level 360.
Hello, Speedbird 223, New Squawk 7251.
Squawk 7251, Speedbird 223.
So I've just pulled speed and got max 76. Get us up a bit quicker. And we're now 380 blue. Dan says, hey Dan, good to see you. No speed burger today then. I know.
223, radar contact.
Hey firm, Speedbird 223.
George, how do you work out the cruise speed? Oh, that's all done for you. It's all based on your cost index. Our cost index is 4, because, well, EasyJet don't have high ones. Cost too much money. And I've just pulled max 76 to get us up a little quicker. Bye, J-Hog. Have fun. In the sky says beautiful clouds. We are getting those today, yeah.
For a while. There's a traffic same level 10 miles ahead.
We'll descend down to flight level 340 for a while until notified otherwise. Speedbird 223.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, I could only just make flight level 3, but it was within the limits, so we can get away with that.
To flight level 350 and directing Amissi.
George, that's right, yes, so it's all done automatically. You don't work it out, you just put in the cost index and the aircraft does it for you.
Hello, flying Bulgaria 807, radar identified.
Chocolate says, nice of the guy in front, didn't file, didn't take off properly. Well, got to behave now, he's under ATC control, isn't it? Valshan, is that a UFO in front? No, it's just another aircraft.
7273, jet flight 178.
And a contrail.
Speedbird 223, can you initiate your descent now?
Descending down to flight level 340 now, Speedbird 223.
All the excitement. I didn't do a fuel check.
Good evening, flight level 310.
We've got Kilo Roma Kilo coming up, haven't we? We'll do it now.
Olympic 68.
Yeah, says Olympic 638, climb and maintain flight level 320 if able.
Yes, sir, flight climb level 320, Olympic 68.
So we've got about 300 kilograms extra. Let me find Kilo Oscar Kilo. Where are you? Oh, sorry, Kilo Romeo Kilo. Right, so we should have about 4.6 tons of fuel on board. Well, we've got 4680. Perfect.
Jet flight 178, radar identified, climb and maintain flight level.
We're now back at flight level 380 on cruise.
Climb and maintain level 330, jet flight 178.
Transavia 6873, you can proceed direct to Conso and report to Ritchie.
Copy that, direct to Conso. And report also at Conso?
Report approaching Conso.
Yeah, copy that.
Olympic 638, you can proceed direct to Atfir and Skok 7241.
Hey Sailing, what are my graphic settings? There's a video on the channel which will explain those to you if you want to see them. Oh, bit of turbulence bump there. Right, let's go back up to our managed speed. See, a little bit higher. We're going to get there a minute or two earlier. Udeli says FSTD live update has bugs. FSTD? I'm at a loss as to what that is, Udel. Just let me know. You don't... yeah, I've got no idea what that is. You'll tell me, I'll...
You can proceed direct to Santorini VOR, Sierra, November, India.
DT on Twitch, thank you so much, mate, for being here today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Yeah, Mark, the gambling limit is 9,000 chips. East Burns knows that well. One day he's going to cripple my aircraft.
You wish to climb higher than 330?
Oh, Udelia, FS Dream Team. FS Dream Team, of course, yeah. That's part of JSX, isn't it? Right,
we can maintain level 330 if it's okay for you.
It's no problem. Flying Bulgaria 07.
Aaron, yes mate, that is VATSIM that you can hear now.
Bulgaria 807, fly direct to Nebra.
Didn't think we'd get any ATC today, so that's nice.
3 Charlie arrival.
Think to Nevra, flight Bulgaria 807.
Leaving the Greek coast then, and we can just see on the navigation display I've got Italy coming out. I think that's Italy. Is that the foot of Italy? Yes.
And can you repeat the arrival, please?
Flying Bulgaria 807, Nevra 3 Charlie.
Nevra 3 Charlie arrival, fly Bulgaria 807.
George, you can make your call sign up. Just make it up. And although this one is a real world flight, so although the last time this flight flew, I think was the 3rd.
Approach, report runway inside.
3rd of November.
Cleared on off approach for the 68.
But yeah, this is just straight off flight radar 24, this one.
AGN 174, recycle your squawk 7261.
I'm expecting him to go as a squawk code as well, because we're just on...
Thank you.
We're just on the
Can
standby frequency.
runway 03 left for arrival, fly Bulgaria 807?
Yes, 03 left is in use, but if you wish to proceed to 03 right, is approved.
No, we will use 03 left, fly Bulgaria 807.
Okay, flying Bulgaria 807, expect ILS Zulu, runway 03 left.
See, that's quite interesting, because
iOS 03 left,
at the time we departed,
807.
quite strangely, like I mentioned, Athens were using 03 left for departures, which I've never done before.
Israel 251, very good afternoon. Squawk 7255.
Squawk 7255 is 251.
Right, so we're in, pretty standard conditions here. What we like is a nice boring flight. That is exactly what this is. Fuel's fine. Weather at our arrival airport is fine. We're going to start briefing that as well in a little bit, I think. Should be on the ground in about an hour. We're now just heading over the ocean, leaving Greece behind. We've got Italy sort of 60 miles ahead of us. If anything goes bang now, or something goes really wrong, then I think Brindisi is a fair shout. It's straight ahead of us. We're almost flying straight over it. I think, is that Brindisi? That one might not be, actually. But it's not far away.
Radar identified.
It's about 80 miles.
Direct FVV.
Copy that, direct FVV is 251.
Mark has gifted 5 EasyJet SimPilot channel memberships to Elk Chocolate, David Butter, Gary Porter, Matt P, and my Greek friend. That's amazing. Mark, you're unbelievably kind, Mark. Your support of the channel is so much appreciated. Really do appreciate that, Mark. Thank you so much. And welcome to our new channel members. Get yourself in our members lounge in our Discord server if you're on our on Discord. Thank you for being here today again, and Mark, honestly mate, so kind of you. That is wonderful. Thank you, legend. Now, who was it that just asked me how they redeem a failure? I just did see that in the chat. I've lost it. Ginger, was it you? Yeah. How do you redeem a failure? You need 100,000 easy points before I get to push that magic button. Cheddars on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow, and Anis as well, who subscribed a little a little over half an hour ago as well on YouTube. I missed that, my apologies, but thank you for that. Right. That contrail. That's just... Well, there he is. Are we above him? Yeah, he's 3,000 feet beneath us. 3,000 feet, that's a strange altitude to be at, beneath us. Eastbirds, your points is ridiculous.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, monitor Unicom now, 122.8. For your information, there is traffic 2,000 feet below.
Over to Unicom now. Thanks so much for the service, and we are visual with the traffic. Thank you, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Right, back to Unicom. Where's my bloody radar gone? Oh, that's better. Eastbird says he's waiting until he's got 1 million, then he's just going to wreck my aircraft with 10 failures in one go. Do you know what? That's a stream I'm not looking forward to. Oh, George, your chatter's on Twitch. Oh, thanks, George, following on both platforms. That's amazing. Sounds Exception says if you were to redeem a failure, but it was something as little as a failed fuel pump, which, did we have one of those? Would I roll it again? No, mate, it's all random. I have no, I would hit the failure button, and whatever happened. We don't get to pick them. What's also worth noting as well is when we do them, failures are always turned on. So we've got random failures are set to all and realistic. So any flight we do, there's always a chance. Small chance because it's realistic, of course, but there is always that chance. Christian, on the menu it says only 3 remaining for failures. That's true, but I can reset it. I think 3 failures in one flight is bad enough, right? Tyler, in regular planes at airports you see no extra aircraft. In the fly-by-wire it adds random aircraft at the airport. Can you turn it off? Tyler, that's all to do with whatever you're using for external AI traffic. There's lots of different programs available. My personal recommendation would be FSLTL traffic. Very easy installation, very quick installation, and it's available from the fly-by-wire downloader through that. So, yeah. Christopher, that window is very dirty, isn't it? That's why I changed the view. I mean, that window is, well, it looks beautifully clean just because there's no sun glare on it. But doesn't seem as interesting, that side. There seems to be some nicer cloud effects on this side. If I go forward a little bit, it might be, oh, well, that's even dirty now, isn't it? That looks awful. Then again, that's every aircraft I've ever been on, that's almost the view that you get. Not too sure about this, though. This looks pretty mucky and dirty. Look at the bug splats. The Kenpachi on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Oh, I've just had a real big hunger pang. So this afternoon, while the reason I'm on a bit of a time constraint today is because I need to finish not much after 4 really. I'm going to have to do something. Cost index 50. I need to get in and then quickly nip First Officer George out, come back, cook tea, and then after tea, my wife's out, she's going to be working nights, but after tea, our 3 girls, the triplets, they are off swimming for the first time all together in the same class. Normally they've all been scattered in different classes. We managed to get them in the same one, which is just brilliant because we were at the swim bath leisure centre like 4 times a week. It was ridiculous. We managed to get them all in at the same time, so I'm taking them all for the first time on their own to go together. I'm just going to sit up there, watch and pray that they behave and don't kick 7 bells out of each other. They had their birthday yesterday. They're still wired on sweets and cake, and of course a mass amount of gifts. I can no longer see the floors in our house, and it's like that every year since they arrived. So yeah, could be an interesting afternoon. Christian says, you guess it's better, otherwise 10 people could save the points, spend all that time, then give us 10 failures, which could then just change the A320 from an aircraft to a flying brick. Well, you know, it'd make the stream easy. I'd just sit there and go, our time is up. We've no wings. Now, what have we got here on TCAS? Plenty of aircraft, but they're all nicely below us, so that's fine. Loving the contrails. Right, let's see how we're going to do our arrival. Let's compare the arrival charts to what we've got in the box. So the arrival begins at Ectol, so 170. What is the arrival name? Ectol 1 Delta, isn't it? And expecting the ILS 06. So let's see, we've got Ectol 91, Asfeb, Amod, Ovune 443934, Curve 2, 3, and then 418. Just to make sure that all of that matches up with the box. Yeah, they're all good. Constraints also match, so the coding is all set. I don't know if ATC are online or not, but in case we get the chance to get in a little quicker, get that in. Radnav page, what do we have on the ground? Oh, I've not cleared that out, I'm still tuned to Athens. We've got the Naples VOR then. NAP, get that in. Don't think we've got anything else. No, that's fine. Anyone looking through the charts now will be spotting some interesting things, I'm sure, on this chart. We'll go and do a brief once I've set everything up. Sussex FG says he also has a feel that fuel pump failures are more common than anything else. Well, that and minor things, radio altimeter failures.
Traffic.
TCAS. What's that? Where did that guy come from? That guy wasn't.
Conflict.
That guy wasn't on my radar. Now this is concerning me slightly because he's flying towards us, and I'm guessing. Has anyone got that map up? Who's this guy? It's not like an F-17 fighter or something. There was no one there a bit ago. Stay visual with him for a moment and we'll go back to setting that box up. He is indeed doing some speed. We're Max 7.7 and he's racing ahead of us. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, so, Ginger, you've just redeemed a failure, have you? I have to confirm this. can't remember how to confirm it. Oh, there we go. Oh, Ginger Ninja, yes, he's triggered a random failure. Where's my where's my QRH? Right. Oh well, it means that the stream may end sooner than planned, so I'm not going to struggle for finishing the stream on time. Okay. All right. Let's do the ping. See what happens. No, not manual failure. Random. So anyway, I was just doing my radnav. That failure at some point will come in, and okay. So it's not a master caution. In fact, it's I think we've got away with this. So flight control slats system 2 fault. Let's just come check. Thankfully, the wonderful thing about the Airbus is there are lots of systems. So system 1 will take up the slack there. So we've got flight control slats for system 2 fault showing on there. Let's just have a look at the systems page. So the main result of that, thanks to our ECAM actions, we can see it's just telling us we will have the slats deploying slow, which, to be honest, actually will play a part of the brief, because more so if we were coming in to the other runway at Naples. You need to configure early at Naples. Hang on, I'm just looking at TCAS again. Guys, I may just have to ignore an aircraft. If you can get the call sign for that guy, I'm guessing they're just wanting their 5 minutes of fame, but we can erase them. Yeah, just going back to this. So we've got obviously our slat system 2 fault. That's thankfully not a bad thing to have to worry about too much. But the slats are now going to deploy slow. We can see that. So let's just make the decision. What's broken? Slat system 2, we've got that there. Do we need to do anything? No, we don't need to carry out any actions. What do we need to be aware of? We need to be aware, as it says there on the lower ECAM, our slats will be slow in deploying, so perhaps when I'm going through the brief we'll have a look at that and just decide when we're going to configure. And then the other thing we need to just decide is, are we going to continue? Are we going to continue with the flight? Do we need to divert? Do we need to do anything like that? Well, good news is, yeah, we can continue. It's not going to affect us. So we're now going to clear the ECAM, and we're happy. We've obviously still got it shown there in case we need a reminder. That will flash up as well when we're landing, just to give us a reminder that there is an issue with the aircraft, but thankfully it's nothing that's going to cause us any major problems. Ooh. Wonderful. Hutch Mini on Twitch says, yeah, it could be time accelerating. That's true. Everything's in where you find the minimums on the chart. So the minimums are usually on the bottom of the chart there. So you can see here, to do this approach we need a runway visual range of at least 1,400 meters, or if the approach lighting system was out, it would be 1,800 meters. But yeah, also if you had a maximum climb gradient, but that doesn't apply to us in an A320. So yeah. So that's where you find the minimums if you need those. Anyway, should we continue setting our box up after that little interruption? There's the radar page that's programmed in. Let's just put in Lima, India, Romeo, November, we're on runway 06 for the arrival. So that's in. We'll go and get the latest weather, and then we'll fill out the perf page as well. Crosswind, you're escorting at the 5 o'clock. Are you the guy that's causing my TCAS to trigger? Please don't. All my passengers are very well behaved. No one's carrying anything suspicious. Let's grab some other information just while I'm waiting for the weather to come through. So our minimums for us today, 680. How long's the runway? Can we do flap 3? Well, that's Leeds Bradford. I don't want Leeds Bradford, do I? Uh, 2628. Do you know what? No, I'm going to go flaps full. Yeah, we'll go flaps full. Alright, stick with that. Has our weather come through now? Yeah, here we go. Let's fill out the perf page. So the wind is currently 040 at 6. Meet off, what's the red button on the thrust lever do? It disconnects the auto thrust. QNH is 1010. Temperature's 13. So cleans 228. VLS 131, VAPS 136. Okay, perf page is done. Fuel prediction, we're looking to land with just under 3.5 tons. That's fine. Secondary flight plan, let's copy that active flight plan. Lovely. Right, so our top of descent is, oh wow, top of descent is pretty much upon us. Right, we're going to go down to flight level 17, which we've got there. So let's go and check that out now. Pop it in managed. That'll be fine. Thrust idle descent 170 blue. Okay, quick brief. We know what we're doing. We've checked out the weather. So our weather winds are light. We've got cab okay. Temperature 13. QNH is 1010. We're expecting runway 06 Zulu approach. Ectel 1 Delta arrival. Is ATC still online there? They are. I don't know if we're on controls. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we're going to have some ATC coming in. If that is the case, we might get radar vectored in rather than flying the full approach. That is lovely. Just need to make sure then that we're probably going to get to green dot, and then when we start to configure, I'm just going to configure perhaps a little bit earlier than normal, just because we've got slow slats. Just something to take into account with regards to the failure that we had earlier on. We've got a platform altitude for our approach of 3,000 feet. Transition altitude is 8,000 feet. MSA as we're coming in is 8,400. And ILS identifier is November Papa Charlie. Airfield elevation is 285. And the missed approach is climb out 6,000 feet. Now, just needed to get all that sorted, but now let's just continue with the want part of our brief. So the weather we've spoken about, the aircraft is well, slightly broken, but thankfully not too much. Ah, that's Rome radar coming in, isn't it? 1242. Okay, I'll come back to that. Rome radar, good afternoon, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, inbound 50 miles from Ectol and descending. flight level 170.
Standby.
Yeah, so the aircraft's slightly broken, so we're just going to figure
Bravo 45,
a little bit sooner than we planned. No times for our arrival. Threats to be aware of. Right, several things. Number one, we've got terrain as we're coming in that we know about. We're going to fly straight over Vesuvius, which...
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa Milano, sì scusa. Roma, ciao, set squawk 1000, you are identified.
Squawking 1000 Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Yeah, so we're going to come in straight over Vesuvius, so we need to be aware of that. Obviously, no lower than 8,000 feet, constraints will keep us in line there. We've got ATC to help us as well. Presumably they're not going to fly straight into the side of it. The other thing to bear in mind...
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, cleared Ectol 1 Charlie arrival, expect ILS approach runway 06.
Ectol 1 Charlie arrival and expect ILS approach runway 06, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Okay, just need to change the arrival.
Taro 170 Roma, you receive voice?
VS19 and insert.
Taro 170, clear to Linate, Vexuv 7 Golf departure, runway 06, climb 6,000 feet, squawk 5511.
Taro 170, prova radio.
Taro 170, leggiamo 5, break, Ryanair 13 Juliet Whiskey, runway 06, clear to land, wind 040 degrees, 6 knots.
Runway 06, clear to land, Ryanair 13 Juliet Whiskey.
Taro 3090,
right, we've not got Ectol in there
Ryanair
anymore.
Boeing 738, 4 miglia in finale.
Torre, ripete per cortesia?
Taro 3090, avete in vista il Ryanair Boeing 738, 3 miglia in finale?
No, non credo, Itarro 3090, controllo un momentino, di più.
Ricevuto, mantenete posizione.
Nav direct Ectol, let's put her back into managed.
Itarro
Constraints
1874, ready for descent.
Taro 1874, descend flight level 200.
Flight level 200, Itarro 1874.
Wizard 6, correction, Wizard 265.
I'll come back to you guys,
Wizard
I'm just tidying this up.
Contact Milano 127.450.
So we should have Ectol, Romeo November 9.
Contact Milano
51.
on 127.450 with 265.
We've not got the right arrival in there.
Roma Control, ti riferisci a Ryanair 337, giusto? Itarro 3090.
Negativo, mantenete posizione.
Roger, Itarro 3090.
Ah, there we go, we want Ectol 1 Charlie. That's better. Direct Ectol, insert, pull heading. VS Ectol, done. Pop her back into
Taro
managed.
170, ripetizione corretta, potete contattare la torre 118 decimali 5.
We're now quite high on the profile because of that, so I'm just going to wind up the speed. Might need to kill some fairies as well here.
Nessun problema. Taro 3090, potete contattare la torre 118 decimali 5.
118 decimali 5, Itarro 3090, Roger.
Right, check the performance page. How far out are we? That's not too bad. It's only 1,200. We'll catch that up. Ectol 91. SFEB. Etols. I want Etols.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200. Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
Skipper 223 Roma.
Okay, we've now got the right flight plan in.
Let's
And the right approach.
367 when ready to
Done.
send flight level
Chris Shaw, yeah, they all look the same. Ha.
110, now take 9367.
That's why it's always worth having more than one eyes on it.
Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo, clear the Jano 3 Lima arrival. Expect the ILS approach runway 25.
Clear for Jano 3 Lima standard arrival, expect ILS runway 25, runway 5, Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo.
Okay, thrust idle descent 200 blue, we're back on profile. Now, I still didn't finish briefing the ILS approach. Main threat with the ILS approach is, we've got ILS approach is 3.5 degrees, 3.5 degrees, which is steeper than normal. And it is offset. So it's an offset localizer approach.
13 Juliet Whiskey, roger, for taxi, turn right, Tango Sierra, and contact the tower, 118.5, ciao.
Right, Tango Sierra over tower 118.5, right, 13 Juliet Whiskey, good after relay, ciao.
Ciao.
Right, killing some fairies because we're
92, but
we're still a bit high.
Elba, 3, request IFR to Geneva, ready to copy.
Swiss 92 Elba is not the controlled airport. You can depart at your discretion and report passing flight level 110.
So leveling off now, flight level 200, which is still higher than I want to be.
And make sure to depart in VFR. Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo, Jano 3 Lima arrival, expect ILS approach runway 25.
Jano 3 Lima, expect ILS runway 25, we are ready to descend Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo.
Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo, descend flight level 110.
Descent to 110, Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo.
Alpha Foxtrot 730 with you at flight level 140, climbing for 190.
Are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIP pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
So I'm just going to pin these charts in.
Alpha Foxtrot 730
And then
with
we've
you
got
at
them.
flight level 140, climbing 190.
Get a ground chart up as well.
Alpha 730 Roma, ciao, radar contact. Itaro 1874, contact.
Final
Roma,
thing I just want to check
125.5, ciao.
is
1255, ciao, grazie.
45 meters, is it? Yeah, 45 meter width
Line
runway.
85 Yankee Papa, continue to send flight level 150.
Continue descent flight level 150 for Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. One four. My FCU's not changing. 15.
Roma 1321, flight level 165.
Taro 1321, Roma, ciao, radar contact. Continue climb flight level 300.
Continue climb 300, Taro
I've got a speed constraint here, so
Scandinavian 6 Hotel Romeo, contact Milano 127.
that's not going to help me get down properly, is it?
Expect higher after Rosca.
Okay, managed. And spoilers.
450, we'll expect higher after Rosca.
Look how misty it looks.
Roma radar in the Oscar Bravo 45 to descend 4,000 feet.
Sì, grazie. The Oscar Bravo 45, turn left, heading 210 degrees.
210 degrees.
Helicopter over virtual on
Descend
Microsoft Flight
4,000
Simulator. Good afternoon to you as well. Wife cheated on Twitch. What a really sad name. Hope you're alright, mate. Well, anyway. Thank you for the follow.
Bravo Control, Speedbird 223 is with you, flight level 340, my apologies.
Speedbird 223, no problem for me, it's just you're way too high now. Will be Ectol 1 Charlie arrival for 06, and you can descend flight level 170.
Descend flight level 170, speed 223. We'll expect the Ecto 1 Charlie arrival.
Speed brakes away. Speed alt start.
Roma Control, buonasera, R2092, flight level 180 with you.
Tarro 3090 Roma.
Profile's coming back on now, actually.
Qui
Quite
Tarro
neat.
3090, ricevuto.
Tarro 3090 Roma, buonasera di nuovo, continuate a salire il livello di volo 8.
Luna, how do you create the 25 miles MSA radial? So if you go to the flight home page, line side key left 1, fix info, pop in any fix you wish, so I've just got the runway threshold, and then type in a radius, or a radial if you prefer.
Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo, proceed direct Bimpo.
Just want to double check as well, once we have landed it's going to be vacating right, hopefully at Delta, Echo if we need to. Actually it's more likely to be Echo, isn't it, looking at that. Echo and backtracking all the way down. So, plenty of time. Auto brake low is what we briefed.
Diretto V1, potete darmi rating per cortesia?
Got plenty of fuel for another go around if we need to.
Terra 390, circa 010 gradi.
010 gradi, Tarro 3090, ricevuto.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, continue to descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
Roma Control, Tarro 2092.
Tarro
Thrust idle descent, 100 blue.
Contact, climb flight level 240.
What an amazing time of day.
Tarro 2092.
How stunning does that look? And there's Vesuvius. Profile again is coming back in now. El Chocolate, no, I don't think it was it. No, I don't think it was you on the TCAS a little bit earlier on. Giant says he's got a mid-spec PC and you don't get too much FPS with the Fenix. I used to fly it with a GTX 1660. So it is doable, but you do have to make sacrifices in other departments. Level of detail, stuff like that. This has got to be one of the nicest approaches I've seen. I think that looks phenomenal. Great time of day to land in the sim, of course. Don't forget the approach checklist. Don't forget the approach checklist. Oh, it used to be so much easier when the trigger was the seatbelt sign.
Descend flight level 110, speedbird 223.
Tarro 3090, potete procedere diretto Teano.
Procedere verso Teano, Itarro 3090.
Speaking in the local dialect means we haven't got a clue where they are, what they're doing, where they're going, what the plan is. Mark, that is a really good shout as well to Kumar, which is make sure you install the 4K liveries and not the 8K ones, because that's another thing that you can save on.
Line 85 Yankee Papa, continue to send 5,000 feet, QNH 1010.
Continue descent altitude 5,000, QNH 1010 for Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
India Oscar Bravo 45, virate a destra, prua 010 gradi.
5,000 blue, QNH 1010, approach checklist, barrel F 1010, signal signs are on, minimums are 680, auto brake low, and our EFB is probably out of battery. Oh no, it's still disconnected, that's okay. So remember, offset localizer for our approach. Christian reminded me with the approach checklist. I did it. We managed to get it. Robert says we've nailed the timings for the sunsets this evening. Yeah, it looks spot on, doesn't it? Now, are we over Vesuvius? I think it might just be this approach takes us right over the top of it. Aaron, I might be. It all depends. All depends, mate. Send me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm very rarely sort of got loads of time for a full in-depth conversation, but we'll do my best.
Continue our descent down to flight level 90, speed by 223.
Taro 3090, continuate la salita a livello di volo 360.
Flight level 360, Taro 3090.
November Papa Charlie is identified. Please don't give us the full
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, now number 3.
Roger, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
Leipzig Air 367 requesting further descent and a few more track miles maybe.
Leipzig 9367, you can descend now to 6,000 feet to QNH.
What was that green dot?
In Lamezia 1009. Are you able for 0 track miles?
Can't see because of
So we're descending to 6,000 QNH 1009, and if you can give us like a 12-mile final or something like that, out of 3,000 we're fine.
So I'm just thinking we're going to start configuring
Okay, Roger, perfect.
and getting down to green dot.
Left heading 280 degrees.
Left 280, Leipzig Air 367.
Chad, you use the on Twitch says so you need to use the Xbox app to download Microsoft Flight Simulator.
It's Niner 2 Roma Chow Squawk 5504.
We're getting the full procedure, aren't we here? Yeah, getting that full procedure because of the traffic that's coming in, which is nice, I guess.
For the squawk, please.
Quite realistic.
Hey
Drax, yeah, in time for landing. Good to see you. Look at that hunk of cloud. I don't want to fly into that.
Tarro 170 di nuovo con voi.
Tarro 170 Roma, ciao radar contact, climb flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100 di Tarro 170.
5504, Swiss 92.
And mode the Charlie, squawk 5504.
Just going to get rid of the FO's display. So now you can see we're just continuing to reduce speed to meet the constraints.
Niner 2 radar contact, clear to Geneva flight plan route. Continue climb flight level 300.
Flight level 300, Swiss 92.
Tarro 1312, cross Lomet, flight level 160. Descend when ready.
So the plan will be
Descending 160 and
Naples 561.
Tarro 2092, proceed direct Ruxol.
3,000 feet here would intercept the
Proceed direct Ruxol, Tarro 2092.
Roma, Yankee Tango Hotel.
So flaps 2 is going to be
Yankee
slow
Tango
deploying
Hotel, Roma standby.
because of that failure we had a little bit earlier on.
Speedbird 223, turn right, direct Romeo November 423, descend 4,000 feet to QNH 1010.
That looks like an awful cloud. Wish the weather radar worked.
Direct to Romeo November 423 and descend to flight level 040.
Yeah, Christian, exactly right. If we go into that cloud, we're going to need anti-ice because we're in...
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, expect full procedure.
Expected full procedure, thank you, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Well, that helps us with planning.
Yankee Tango Hotel.
Doesn't help me with tea time.
Roma, Yankee Tango Hotel requesting 30 degrees to the right for weather avoidance.
Yankee Tango Hotel, that is approved. Report new heading.
Try and turn the brightness down on that. It wasn't
New
working
heading
properly.
is directly to east, Yankee Tango Hotel.
Roger, thank you.
The Tarro 170 is possible direct to back to.
NLL, we just had a slats computer failure, so nothing major.
Yeah, Tarro 170 direct back to and climb flight level 360.
3090, continuate sulla prua presente per traffico.
Prua 326, Roger, ritardo 3090.
Roma, ciao, Ale, Hermata 141 with you, inbound Pepix 16, climbing 19.
Malta 1441, Roma, ciao, radar contact.
So we're going to go green dot in a minute
330, 141.
as we activate the approach phase.
Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo,
No reason to do it
4,000 feet, QNH 101.
much sooner than that.
Correction.
We're already at 220 knots, so
QNH 1008, descent about 4,000 feet, Ryanair 5 Juliet Bravo.
about 5 miles to go.
Let's take
So
9367, descent 3,000
happy to go and do it
feet,
now.
expect base turn in 30 seconds.
Descend 3000, I take 9367.
Oscar Bravo 45 finale.
We will shortly be landing.
Oscar Bravo 45, pista 04 destra, autorizzato all'atterraggio, il vento 070 gradi, 8 nodi.
07 8 nodi, autorizzato
rain as we go through that cloud. Anti-ice is on.
Pitaro 1321, clear the low at 2 Mike arrival, expect ILS approach, runway 12.
Ginger Ninja, are real live pilots allowed to speak in the native language? Technically no, but it still happens.
1321, correct, contact Milano 127.450.
17430, Itaro 131, grazie Emiliano, buona giornata, ciao.
Swiss 92, contact Milano 127.450.
127450, Swiss 92, thank you. Roma Yankee Tango Hotel.
Yankee Tango Hotel, Roma.
We can return to our previous course right now if that's okay with you.
Yankee Tango Hotel, Roger. Resume navigation direct to Valma, cleared Valma for Golf arrival. Expect ILS approach, runway 15.
Going direct Valma and expecting approach.
So we're flying this full
runway
approach
15 for Valma,
with gorgeous clouds as well.
For Golf arrival. Yankee Tango.
Correct.
Tower is also online, which I've just popped into
Itarro
standby.
3090, procedete diretto all'Axi.
Darius on Twitch, thank you for the follow.
Procedere verso l'Axi.
David the pilot, let's hope the landing's butter.
Itaro
Yeah.
3090, Roger.
As long as we don't break the aircraft or any of the plates in the back,
Naples
that's fine.
delivery, Tango Romeo 9006, request an IFR clearance to DTTA with information in the
Lima Hotel 906, tower is online, contact tower 118.5.
So what about? What are we? About 27 miles out at the minute.
contact and tower. What was the frequency?
118.5.
Not yet been cleared for the approach, but we have been cleared for the full.
Number 223, cleared ILS approach, runway 06, report established.
Yeah, we've been cleared the full procedure. So
and we'll report established.
that's what we're doing now. The procedure ends at
Number 223, report speed.
Oliva, which is also a holding point.
Current speed, ground
if
speed
they needed
is
it.
185 knots.
Can you give me indicated airspeed?
Current indicated airspeed is 180 knots.
Speedbird 223, roger, maintain 180 knots until 10 miles and then 160 to 4.
Maintain 180 until 10 miles and then 160 until 4, speedbird 223.
I'm expecting an ATC
Up by
call
85
now.
Yankee Papa, descend 4,000 feet, to speed 170 knots until 10 miles.
Descend altitude 4,000 and speed 180 till 10 miles. Thanks, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
85 Yankee Papa, negative speed 170 knots until 10.
170 knots till 10, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
To Yankee Victor, good morning, stand 108 in Palermo, request to finish the final destination, please.
Let's take 936.
Come on,
sorry for the terrible
FCU,
service.
do some work.
You can
Flaps
turn right
1,
to
speed
heading
checks, flaps 1.
100 degrees.
Why is
Right,
my FCU not working?
We're here, you're busy with Napoli, so it's fine. 1004, Atlantic and 9367.
I'll have to use the speed tape.
Itaro 1312 with you at flight level 250 inbound Bagno.
1312 Roma, ciao, radar contact.
And here come the slow.
Ryanair 7206, flight level
flaps
370.
2. Speeds checked, flaps 2. There you go. The low ECAM now automatically changes. Just to remind us, yeah, our slats are going to be slow. We had a little failure.
Climbing to FSLTL 300.
Malta 7248, Roma, ciao, squawk 4362.
Say again, squawk please.
Squawk 4362.
Squawk 4362 for Malta 7248.
Yankee Tango Hotel, contact Roma 125.5, ciao.
So the aircraft have left and managed descent. We've been cleared down to 3,000 actually, so I don't want to level off at 4,000.
Yankee Uniform 9 Tango Hotel, say again.
So we're going to put thrust idle, open descent, but
15.5, and thank you for your help.
we can
and the station Speedbird 223
set that 500 VS. That should work out fine.
Speedbird 223, roger.
We've still not been cleared the ILS approach yet, so we've not activated the approach.
Many thanks for the great service. Speedbird 223.
Roma Radio, good evening. Right, confirm cleared by ILS approach, runway 08.
290.
Block. Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, cleared ILS approach, runway 08, report established. Number 2.
Cleared ILS approach and we'll report established Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
And the station is Ryanair 5 Tango Fox.
And now we're established. There we go, lot green. I'll glide slope blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Break, Keitaro 2092, contact
15
Milano
miles.
127.450.
127.450, Itaro 2092, grazie, ciao.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, established runway 06.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, roger. Number 2, proceeding traffic is Airbus A320 Neo 8 miles ahead. Contact tower 118.5.
Over to tower 118.5, thanks so much for the great service, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa.
Thank you.
Tower Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, established runway 06 at 13 miles.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, tower, number 2 in sequence, 8 miles from number 1, continue approach.
Number 2, and we'll continue approach Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. Right, so as we're getting closer, you can see how this is an offset localizer that we're now visual with it. If I wished, I could knock the autopilot off now and fly it visual, but we can leave it on for a while. We're still 11 miles out. We're at flaps 2. Glide slope is about to come in.
85 Yankee Papa, speed 160 knots until 4.
160 knots until 4 dB, Alpine 85 Yankee Papa. So just to reduce my workload, I'm going to get the lights turned on now. They'll come on when the gear comes down. That's done. Get rid of the anti-ice, they're not needed anymore. So we're happy with the ECAM slats slow. They're out, they're done. Everything's as it should. A little bit of terrain to our left as well, which if you've got the chart you'll be able to see, and we can now also see it visually as well. There we go, glide slope star, so I missed approach altitude 6,000 feet. Let's check that. There we are. Also remember that the glide slope angle is greater than normal, it's 3.5 degrees. Yeah, Alex, it is offset. And glide glide slopes captured. Tower Alpine A5 Yankee Papa, confirm 160 until 4 miles, DME.
4 miles, DME 160.
Roger, thank you. Alpine A5 Yankee Papa.
2,500.
Radar altimeter's alive. 6 miles, gear down, spoils armed, and go flaps 3, speeds checked, flaps 3. Slight wind from the right. I'll get fully configured, take that autopilot out, and then we'll bring her in manually. And flaps full. Landing checklist.
And Naples Tower, speed at 223 for AK to runway 06.
Cabin secured for landing. Go around altitude. 6,000. 30 km landing no blue.
06, clear to land. The wind 0407.
Clear to land runway 06. Alpine A5, thank you, Papa. Okay, I'm going to take control as we're rolling back to our final approach speed.
Control. 223. Taxi to stand 56 via Tango.
Taxi to stand 56 via Tango, speed at 223.
Some stutters coming in at the moment. Quite a lot of stutters. Oh, that's not good, is it? What's happening? This is really difficult to fly. I hope the stream's holding out, but this is worse than I've ever had. If we manage to touch down at this rate, it'll be a miracle.
Hundred above.
I think it's just whilst everything's loading in, isn't it?
Minimum.
It doesn't help landing though. Continue.
Glide slope.
Lima Hotel 906 is ready for startup.
Lima Hotel 906. Push and start approved, facing south.
30, 20, retard. 5.
Pushback and startup approved, facing south.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse green. Decel. Disconnect the auto brakes. 70 knots, reverses off. So because of the approach angle there, we flared just a tad earlier than normal. Seems to have paid off for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat.
Alpine 85 Yankee Papa, taxi to stand 57 via Tango.
Falls out. Smoking is not
57 via
permitted until you
Tango
reach a
for
designated
Alpine
smoking area.
85 Yankee Papa.
On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Okay, so there, let's get the little weather radar off and TCAS. Then work out where we're going. Chris, you might want to lower the level of detail I'm flying into. Yeah, do you know what? I never thought I'd find an airport more stuttery than London Gatwick. Dennis Mendes, the announcements come from self-loading cargo. Chris Shaw, no, it did not like landing that, did it? Loading the scenery, rather. Hopefully it will be cash next time, Ginger. You're right. It's been a while since we've been here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the flight. It's apart from little stutters at the end there, it's been a great flight. What great scenery and views we had coming in as well. Perfect time of day, wasn't it? Really nice time of day, and always fun. Where we're going, stand 5-7. Excellent. That is our first one on the right as we're coming in. Hopefully, with that amount of detail, then our that amount of detail, I expect lots of lines telling me, taxiway lines telling me that we're good, so I'll not get lost. Is GSX still not working? No. If you've enjoyed the stream, guys, please do hit that like button to help other people find the channel. Big shout out to every one of you that's already gone ahead and done that. Welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. Big thanks for you guys being on there too. Great to see you. Darius, Mitov, Dennis, Psycho, Tunnel.
Napoli, buonasera, India, Charlie November Tango Romeo. At stand 6-3, information India, requesting VFR traffic patterns.
India, Charlie November Tango Romeo. Info India.
See, that's one of the things I didn't do when we disconnected the autopilot. I didn't turn off flight directors. I didn't set the inbound runway track, just because single pilot, it's just not easy to do all that stuff.
I just wanted to do some traffic patterns of the field.
Particularly when you're getting as many stutters as we were getting as well. That's that's also kind of a bit of a mood killer.
Roger, India, Charlie November Tango Romeo, stand by.
So what stand are we going for? 5-7. Oh, Wally! Great flight, good luck in the match. Wally, appreciate that. So we're on apron 1. Stand 5-7 should be to our right, I think. Is that Charlie?
Lima Hotel 906, request taxi.
There's stand 5-7. Yeah, FS GSP, you do need to download that in order to get self-loading cargo to work. That's not too big a deal.
Report ready. India Charlie November Tango Romeo. The startup approved. Report ready for taxi.
Approved, will report ready for taxi. Thank you, India Charlie November Tango Romeo.
Job done, guys. Welcome to Naples. Parking brake is set. I started that a bit late, so yeah, it's been 3 minutes. We can shut down. Okay, tell you what I didn't do. I didn't start up the APU. I'm not sure I've got time to let this start because I need to run. But guys, thank you so much for all your support this afternoon. Really hope you've enjoyed a Tuesday afternoon stream as opposed to a Tuesday night stream for a change. As I said, that's because I'm being completely selfish, and tonight I want to watch the football match. But hopefully we've kept you entertained in whatever you've been doing, whether you've been at work or whether you've just got home from work. And yeah, really nice flight time into Naples, and the Athens scenery is just absolutely glorious. Great, we had ATC as well coming in with lots of other aircraft, so that was fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, to those of you who have supported the channel with gifted Easy Pilot channel memberships, and those new channel members that came along as well. Make sure you do get yourself on our Discord server. Looking forward to chatting with you in our members lounge. A huge thanks to everyone who supported the channel on the stream, and of course to our Easyjet SimPilot channel members. As always, a huge shout out to you guys for your continued support of the channel. I look forward to seeing you all on the next one, whenever that may be. Until then, I'll speak to you in Discord, and yeah. Thanks so much, guys. See you all very soon. Bye-bye.